Yeah, it's time for season 2, and I'm gonna check the patch notes before and everything. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. So they're basically saying heat system has been it was problematic. They're basically saying it gives too much advantage and it leads to one-sided matches. They're basically saying expanding strategic options with the heat system. What does that mean? Oh, so this paragraph shows that you can go to crouch heat engager, and they also talk about they can do heat bursts and heat matches from stance. They're talking about they reduce chip damage in this paragraph. Even damage taken while grounded will leave recoverable gauge. Okay, so even if you're on the ground, you're taking chip damage, right? Is that what I'm understanding? Sure, that's a good change. More ways to come back. Removed power crush property from heat engagers. Oh yeah, they also talked about this. So power crush heat engagers are no more. Instead, they're giving the power crush to some other move. That's the case for Azucena, and she doesn't have the power crush now. Instead, her 3-3 is a heat engager, I think, if I remember correctly. So really nice. This also means that Blonde Bomb is not a heat engager, I think, which is great. Improvement in controls to bolster defensive techniques and provide more enjoyable play. Oh, so talking about the sidestep, if you're crouched, now you can sidestep both ways. Also, you can buffer inputs at the start of the round, which is amazing. Sometimes my down foot ones lose to opponent hop kicks. So this is a good change. You can buffer sidesteps. That's good. Yeah, you can buffer sidesteps or sidewalks. So that's awesome. They're talking about TWT here in order to address issues containing the large frame advantage on the heat activation. Currently in the final stages of making adjustment geared towards regulating aspects that impact the strength of offense. Alright, so they're basically saying they're not done with patching it, is what I'm saying. What are this? Changes the throws. So it's easier to break 1+2 throws now. Increased recovery for whiffed normal throws. Oh. So you don't get... So you recover faster when you do a normal throw, but it's easier to break 1+2 throws now. Easier to punish whiff throws? No, it said... Oh, increased recovery. Oh, my bad. It's increased recovery, so they recover slower. I thought they recovered faster. Increased recovery. No, but if you increase recovery frames, wouldn't it make it easier for the thrower to escape? No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking the other way around. So it's harder to... It's easier to punish throws now. Whiffed throws. Okay, so overall they're nerfing throws. Reading is hard. A lot of people don't talk about it. Dude, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Only my Yu-Gi-Oh mans know this. My Yu-Gi-Oh homies will know. So overall they're nerfing throws. I mean, didn't they say throws were underrated? And they didn't have that much pressure? So I don't know why they're nerfing them. But I think they said, oh, throws don't give much. I think they talk about the, for the 5 chip damage. They said, oh, throws didn't really do much and everyone broke it. So I don't know why they decide to nerf them. So they're basically saying throws will not do chip damage here. Well, you will gain 1 health, but the breaker will not receive 5 points. They changed this, which thank God. Alright, what is this? Heat engagers. Yeah, they talked about this. Key charge. Removed the counter hit property, which I don't understand. They should have just reverted this as well. Same with the 5 chip damage. What is wrong with this? I have no idea. But moving on, this is probably the worst change ever, to be honest. Like, out of everything, even including all the characters probably, which I'll read in a second, this key charge is probably the worst change ever, in my opinion. It was just there for God knows how long. Why do you remove it? Just because a Hwoarang's down back 4 is broken? Like, is Nakatsu a Hwoarang main, so you can't nerf him? Like, what's the idea here? Why are you changing key charge? What even is the point of key charge? There is not. There is not a point for key charge. It only adds the first hit as 150%. I'm like, what's the point of 150%? Ends if the attack is blocked. Oh, so they block it and the key charge is gone, so you can't even change. So you can't even use it multiple times. You key charge, and if they block your attack, there's nothing you can do. Like, it's just gone. That's so bad. So they're talking about the same thing here. The sidestep change, sidewalk change, and the input buffer. You're on Steam. I heard the game being review bombed already. Already? God, this is the third time. Mostly negative. Is it mixed again? Is Tekken mixed again? If Tekken 8 is mixed again, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Tekken 8. Hold on. Oh my god! It's 37%. It's not mixed. It's mostly negative. Oh my god, this game is dying. Look at this. I need to show you this right now. Wait. Do this. Dude, look at this. I looked at Tekken 8. Look at this. Normally, overall, it's... What is this? It's 68%. It's dropping to 37% now. Jesus. This is... Look at this! Oh my god! April 1st, 43 positive, 471 negative. Biggest effort for an April Fool's joke. Oh my god. What is happening? Well, Tekken is dying, that's for sure. Well, top reviewer, genuinely good game, held back by schizophrenic insane developers sent from hell. We treated Tactu too harshly. God, surely all the happy casuals players should overweight the salty legacy fans. Dude, I think this is the problem with Tekken 8. They're focusing too much on casuals. The general idea of Tekken 8 is to simplify it so it's good for casuals, but they're doing it so much so it get review bombed. Like, the most trusty community Tekken has is the legacies. And now they're dumbing down the game and people don't like it, so it's getting review bombed. And the most local about the local people is also the legacy players. That's why you also see a lot of hate on Twitter and not much from casuals. Negative and legacies are very open about this. And you can also see from here, like, look at this review bomb. It's crazy. And casuals are not gonna do anything, dude. You shouldn't rely on casuals and simplifying the game. I understand it. Like, you should, yeah, you should simplify the game, but I think they're relying on casuals too much now. I don't know what to say right now. I'm in shock. After seeing this, I wasn't expecting this much of a review bomb. I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. I didn't look at the changes at all. But Jesus, I don't know what to say after this. Like, I don't know what to say to this. What is this? Strong aerial air spike. Pull forward 1+2. Which move is that? Made it possible to perform an Kemi using a button input. Oh, you can tech aerial spikes now? Is this the same case for Lydia's down forward 4-4? Moves that knock opponent back can be teched. Drag is running 2. Quick backslide now performed automatically. Wait, quick backslide is now performed automatically? What do you mean automatically? Wait, so you can just tech running 2 without doing anything? Like, is this what this means? Why? Why this? What's the reason? Do I get this correctly? Like, you don't even... Like, for example, Lydia's down 3-1-2, right? If they don't tech, you get a free down +2. Why is this change here? What was the reason? I mean, slowly and surely I can understand why it's getting review bombed. Do they really want to make this game as easy and as, like, special style as possible? Are you gonna win Evo with special style now? What is happening? Like, they're changing. I mean, I understand and I really like the sidestep changes, sidewalk changes, and the crouch sidestep changes. I also like the before round start changes. But why this? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It needed timing. Like, tech is a thing for every fighting game. It's also the main like core thing for most fighting games. I don't know if it's a good example, but Smash Bros. Like, teching is everything in that game. And the same with this. If you don't tech, you get extra damage. That's why you need to get better at the game and actually hold back. That's the tech you need to do. You need to hold back. I don't know why this changes here. This is supposed to be a fighting game, man. Come on. Just have some skill in the game. Oki was too strong. One combo Oki heat mix-up. Except everyone has 100 damage. BNBs now, so... Dude, why not nerf the combo damage? Why not nerf every move's attack? That's... Oki was too strong, so we can nerf Oki and also combo damage. I don't know why we're nerfing tech damage. Getting up from down state. What is this? Adjustments have been made to reduce difficulty and risk associated in getting up from a down state. Reduced risk when in down state, depending on direction phase. Attempting to get up could resist and being launched from behind or taking a hit. Make the wake up process extremely risky. Oh, this was a thing with Paul and Jack. I don't know which move with Paul, but Jack's high power crush, he can get a launch if you stand up normally, because you're standing up backwards. He could get a launch from here. That's why you need to side roll, I think, or stay on the ground. Doing quick recovery and quick backslide, or I think I'm getting this right. I think they're talking about that. Quick recovery and quick backslide. The down state will remain active until the recovery is fully completed, reducing the risk of getting launched. Oh. So they're basically making it easier to get up. So can you just, after Jack's unblock, or heat power crush, I can't say it. So does that mean after Jack's heat smash, or oh my god, Jack's armor, I can just hold up and block his setup? Or Paul has had another, which after that he did 3-2 into sway 1+2 if I remember, and that gives a launch. So I can just hold back and block. Okay. Sure. Just making it easier. Less mind games. I mean, it's... Look, it's making the learning process easier, right? That's the only thing I can understand from this. I was trying to, you know, I once, when I was in like maybe blue ranks, maybe Tekken King on season 1, I faced against a Jack and he was just spamming that, and I was pressing up to get up and I was getting launched. So I had to learn to side roll or stay on the ground. But now you can just hold up and block, and depending on the string, like Paul's 3-2 for example, or was it 3-1? 3-1 or 3-2? You can just duck it. So, I mean, it's making the game easy for beginners. That's the thing I'm getting at. It's easy to learn this now. You can just hold up and start blocking. That's easy to understand, easy to learn. But again, if you're making it easy, you're hurting the veterans, which could be a problem. And and we saw the review bombing, so it does make the game a little bit worse. And the people who are most vocal about it is the veterans. You keep the game like this, where it's easy, and you want newbies to get in the game and just press buttons, but like you want to attract newbies, right? Noobs. You want noobs to come in the game and learn the game quickly, make everything so simple so they can just learn everything super quickly and start pressing buttons. But you're doing this, and veterans are getting sad about it, and they're review bombing, and they're also very vocal about it on Twitter, which casuals are not vocal. Veterans are vocal, both on Twitter and in Steam posts is what I'm seeing. And because they don't like it, casuals might see these Twitter changes, these Twitter texts, and see how they don't like it. so they may be disinterested in the game. So you're trying to help the casuals, you're trying to help the noobs come in the game, but you're hurting the veterans, and noobs see this and they get uninterested, so you're not going anywhere. I think that's why balancing it enough is important. Like, it's okay if you make the game a little bit easy, right? It was hard considering the sidestep change. You can sidestep both ways now. I don't know where that changes. Oh, right here. Like, you can make the game easy, and it involves more mind games now, which is good. You can't just do drag down 2 into while sending 4, right? It needs more thinking. That's good. But this doesn't need thinking, and it just dumbs down the game, which is hurting the veterans, which hurts the game. So I mean, I understand why they want to make it easy, but they're dumbing it down very, very much. See, when it dumbs down the game, that's when I don't like it. If it's flexible, like the sidestep change and the sidewalk change, if it's more flexible and opens more potential, I like it. But this just dumbs down the game, and you just hold up and you block everything Paul throws at it. So, nah. Unified block timing. The timing at which a character could guard different between quick recovery and quick backslide. Guard timing for both types of recovery has been standardized, making it easier to understand and improving overall gameplay experience. So yeah, just helping the beginners. Quick backslide from a face down. It was not possible to perform. Wait, what? Face down position and taking further exec. It was not possible to perform a quick backslide. The limitation often caused issues, especially when pinned against a wall. Attempting a recovery using back could not receiving continued attacks. So the result of this character would not be able to perform a quick backslide even when face down. There is a thing in this game called side rolling and tekking. Come on, ukemi, guys, come on, side roll. That's the thing, right? You can tech. You can press 1. You can press 1 or any button, actually, 1 or 3 in this game to tech roll, right? So you don't have to hold back to actually get up. You can press multiple options. You have multiple options to actually get up. So if you just hold back and you're getting hurt, what's the point of side rolls and tech rolls? Am I wrong on this? What's the point of side rolls now? If I can just back roll, if I can just hold back to get out of every situation, what's the point? I don't understand. Like this, I don't just remove this getting up from down stage change and we'll be good. Side rolls are there to make you feel like you're doing something extra. Like, just to look cool. That's why you're doing it. Just because Michael Moray can't win against a pro player, just because Harada can't win against Lila Pichu, doesn't mean you can just have no purpose for other down options. You can just hold up to get out of setups. You can just hold back to get out of setups. I don't know. Hitting the opponent from the front. Yeah, the misalignment. Okay. Moves performed while crouching. Made it possible to perform the move even immediately after crouching under a high attack from. Ooh, spicy. Okay, interesting. Spicy. All right, I think this change is pretty spicy. Like, you can do a lot of cool stuff here, right? You can just micro duck. This probably changes a lot of scenarios, a lot of situations. You can probably option select a lot of stuff here with this crouch change. This is pretty interesting. Like, see, this is pretty interesting because it allows a lot of mind games, and it allows probably a lot of cool option selects that I cannot think of. I like this change. Throws expanded the high hitbox, reduced instances where the move would whiff against opponent's sidestep. Oh, okay, sure. Changed to a homing attack. Oh, back throws. So back throws are also homing. Okay, cool. So just helping the homing property. That's cool. Okay. Heat. When taking damage, 30% of health will be recovered to recoverable health. They talked about this. Chip damage multiplied when guarding has been adjusted from 30 to 25. So you take less chip damage. You take less chip damage, and in ground state, some of them is converted to recoverable health. Okay. Wow, this is a big change here. Changes so heat dash will not activate when move hits a downed opponent. Oh. Adjusted the amount of recoverable damage dealt to using heat dash. So heat dash does less chip damage, 10 to 7. That's pretty big, 3 damage. Adjusted recoverable damage using heat dash after a move is blocked against opponent with rage 10 to 1? Yeah, I heard about this. If you're in heat, you take so little chip damage, and I can tell you take 1 chip damage. Okay, I like this. I like this because in heat, opponent will just spam you with jabs and heat dashes and until you have 1 HP. So you basically have a mix-up between a mid and the low. So you take less chip damage, so it helps you coming back more. I like this change. I like this. And I'm not sure, but does this work in clean hits? This heat dash against a downed opponent? Does this work? Let's say if I do political storm on wall, and if I have heat, if I activate heat, does this work? Like if I do political storm heat dash on the wall, do I get a heat dash or not? That's the question I want to answer. Standardized the opponent's behavior when a move lands a ground hit but cannot be followed with an air combo. Wait, what is this? Standardize the opponent's behavior when a move lands as a ground hit but cannot be followed with an air combo. Following moves had their opponent's behavior adjusted when heat dash is used. I don't understand. What does this mean? The changes are from launchers to guaranteed follow-ups or vice versa. Well, this is 3-2. Oscar down back 1-2. This is the bokeh. Brian's 1-2-4. Claudio 3-2. Kazuya down. I think these all gave combos, right? Sentai 3. I think these all gave combos. Or something like that. So it doesn't? Wait, no. Okay, I don't understand. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Because I don't understand. I'm stupid. Alright, what is this? Throws, hitbox, recovery frames. They talked about this. Opponent feet while down and facing up. Spring kick. Change the damage from 20 to 15. Advantage has been blocked. Changed from 21 to 10 and 24 to increase recovery time. Plus, so spring kicks aren't launch punishable anymore. No, it is still launch punishable. It changes from 21:10 to 24:13, so it is easier to punish, actually. That's what I've seen. Okay, my bad. It changes from 21 to 21:10, so difference, like if it's tip range is -10, if it's like close up it's 21. To this, which if it's like tip range is -13, and if it's like range 0 it's -24. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. It does less damage and it's easier to punish and increase the recovery time. So spring kick is getting a lot of nerf. Okay, I mean it wasn't used that much, right? By pro players, I mean, but it was still kind of annoying. And okay, while crouching 1+2 ultimate tackle. Startup of the attack changed from 26 to 32. Playable characters Paul isn't a king. Oh, so it's slower. Okay, tackle is slower. Some tackle nerfs. Okay. Making contact with the opponent after running for 4 or more steps. Power crush properties were the same as of a rage art, so this has been corrected. This has been corrected means that it loses to lows now, is what I'm assuming. The tackle shoulder, right? Running for 4 or more steps. So this is, they're talking about the tackle armor, right? The shoulder tackle. So now it's a normal power crush instead of a rage art. Okay, cool. I didn't know this was a rage art power crush. I thought it was just a normal power crush. I assumed it was a power crush. I don't know why it was rage art power crush, but okay. Homing properties. When selecting the right side, homing properties of certain moves behaved unintentionally. It has been corrected. Awesome. Wake up low kick. In certain situations, the opponent's behavior after being hit by a wake up low kick was unintended. It has been corrected. Awesome. Super slow motion mitigated an issue where certain tags would whiff. Oh, thank God. Finally. Thank you. They fixed the slow-mo bug. Oh my God. Why did it take you 1 year to fix this, guys? Fix an issue where inputting follow-up attacks during a slow motion effect could cause unintended changes in attack timing. Okay. Okay. Stage Arena, Stage Fallen Destiny. Fix the timing discrepancy between the fight sound display and fight text. Just a background wind effect in Fallen Destiny. Okay. And in battle status. Battle screen displays punish, counter hit, blah blah blah. Okay. So that's all the general changes. And we're gonna move on to Lydia now. Overall, it's okay. They're basically like, if you look at this change and ask me to summarize this, they're making the game easier. And in some changes it's good, and in some changes it's bad. Like, some changes where they make the game easier, which I like, is the sidestep change right about here? Where is that thing? Here. Right here. And I think they also talk about this right here. Yeah, sidestep. The only thing I like, which... not the only thing, but one of the things that I really like is the sidestep change and before round starts, which makes the game easier in a good way. And some situations like this, where especially the quick backslide from a face down state, like maybe these, I mean, it's still 50-50, but this change right here, the backslide, is, I'm pretty negative about this. Just because it makes the game easier, yeah, but it also dumbs down the game, where it's not the same with sidestep. You're not making the game dumber, you're making the game more interesting. But this doesn't make the game interesting by making it simpler, it just dumbs down the game. But overall, they're just making the game easier. Some are good changes in my opinion, and some are bad changes. So I'm gonna move on to the Lydia changes right now. And how do I escape full screen?
Hey guys, Editor Neos here. After making this video, I realized it would exceed well over an hour. So I decided to make this a two-parter. And in this video, I covered every general changes, and in the next video I will cover every Lydia changes. So that's why I am here to tell you that you should stick around for the episode 2. So thank you for watching, and I don't know if I want to say anything else, so goodbye, take care.